Hi, I'm Jenni Noyes and I'm here today to talk about the creative process. I have been planning these videos. This is number 6 in a series of 7 videos. I've been planning the ideas around these videos since the beginning of the year, and now I find myself with a day putting all these videos together. And I'm just going over the notes that I made a good few months ago in terms of what each of these videos are going to be about. And my main goal was to share the ideas and themes and concepts around the creative process. And these last 2 videos, I've got to them now and I'm thinking, what was I thinking putting these in? And I recognize that it's about sharing who I am. It's not just about the themes that have inspired the creative process very clearly in terms of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Indian chakra system, quantum physics, Carl Jung and the archetypal system. It's also about looking at themes that have come up time and time again that seem to be crucial in becoming a conscious creator. Excuse me. And one of the key themes is gratitude. The kind of person you'll meet if you come and spend time with me is someone who is very focused on gratitude and being grateful. I do not achieve this. If you know me well, I do not achieve this. I have my ups and my downs. I have my tears. I have my drama. But certainly I have been starting to explore conscious creation for the last 6 years. And this is what I've been trying to share my learnings in the last videos around the creative process. And one of the key themes that I am trying to remember on a daily basis is gratitude. Gratitude seems to be what takes us to the center of the core of everything. If we look at the spiral, the pie, this sort of symbol, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I like synchronicity. And the spiral, the pie seems to crop up everywhere in nature around us. And certainly when I do body work, when I go into my body and I find points of pressure, of tension, it's about breathing into the center of that. And I think the way to get to the center quicker is through gratitude. It's difficult to be grateful, right? When things seem difficult, particularly in intimate relationships. When you're trying to fit 2 worlds together and trying to find a process where you can fit together and be intimate and share intimacy. So the questions arises of, do I really want this? How can I be grateful for something if I don't know if I really want it? It's this challenging. It challenges our story and our perceptions of reality to be grateful for everything that happens to us. From someone who has experienced some very difficult and dark times, how do I find gratitude for those things? And I don't think it's really about finding gratitude for them. I just think it's more exploring the concept of, for any of you who know the Secret, it was a book, I think it was a documentary, and this very fundamental concept that like attracts like. So if you're locked into a story of pain, of, things are happening to me, I'm a victim, you're basically sending your message to yourself, to your body, to whatever it is that we're working with here, that you want more pain. If you're saying, I'm experiencing pain, then the universe says back, right, they want to experience more pain. If you are saying, I'm grateful, then the universe says, Being grateful in the moment brings you to your presence. It brings you to presence in the moment because you're not thinking what if, you're not thinking what if. What if this didn't happen in the past? What if this happens in the future? Gratitude takes you to the center of the now, to the present moment. Eckhart Tolle tells a story about how a woman, his neighbor, knocked on his door at 11 p.m. saying, oh my God, I have to talk to you. This has all got crazy. Such terrible things have happened. And he opened up the door to her and she had all these papers and she laid them all out. And it was all about the neighborhood and about how they were persecuting her in terms of wanting certain things from her. I think it was to do with rent or buying into something in the community. I can't remember exactly, but the point is she was so wound up. And all he did was sit there and be present with her and not judge her. And that helped her to unwind and become present as well. And then after 10 or 15 minutes ranting, and he wasn't contributing to that story by having an opinion or judging, she naturally unwound and became present and then looked at him and said, this really isn't that important, is it? It's not as bad as I've made it out to be. I can deal with this. And so perhaps it's about gratitude for the present moment and gratitude for whatever is happening at that point in time. If there's a barking dog coming towards me, I will deal with it. But everything else is my fear of the past or fear of the future. So yeah, just kind of trying to remember what my inspiration was behind pulling this video together for you. And I think it's just this idea that gratitude is so important. Whenever I get out of bed and I'm like, I'm grateful for this day, I'm grateful for this hot water on my skin when I'm having a shower, I'm grateful for this food, I'm grateful for my legs walking me to work, I'm grateful for having a job, I'm grateful for having this nice person that I've talked to today. It seems to allow me to be present because I'm in the moment. And I just wanted to share that with you because gratitude, in all my exploring throughout different themes and ideas of the creative process of life, gratitude seems to be key in what everyone is saying. All the kind of inspiring talks and inspiring people out there, there just seems to be a really strong pull towards being grateful. And it seems to be, if we're talking about getting to the center of that spiral into that present moment, it's moving to the center of the block. So rather than being like, there's a block here, I'm going to move around it, oh, I'm aware it's there, it's painful, it's whatever. Gratitude gets you to the center and it says, yep, I'm ready to smash through this. If we move to the concept of string theory and the Calibre-Yau space looks at not just 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time. So we have time, and then we have back, forward, left, right, the dimensions of space. The Calibre-Yau spaces of string theory suggest there's 7 more wrapped up dimensions of space in order to answer lots of questions of the universe. If there were 7 extra dimensions, then they would resolve a lot of the questions. My point is that getting to the center of the spiral, rather than saying, right, this is the fact, maybe it's not quite how we think it is. Maybe we don't know everything that we need to know. Maybe things are happening in the way that they're happening because it needs to happen in this absolute divine timing. And if we bring in the concept of other 7 dimensions, then I don't know, if you've got a blockage in your body or a blockage in your life and you just open your mind for a minute and say, I don't fully understand, or maybe this thing that seems solid in my body that I can't breathe through, if you then think there's 7 more dimensions that I can tap into, suddenly that explodes the blockage, right? What am I talking about? I don't know, gratitude. I'm Jenni Noyes. I'm talking about the creative process of life. I am someone who tries to be grateful every day, and I will be grateful for your contacting me. I'm grateful for you watching this video. I'm grateful for this opportunity to speak and share. I'm grateful for my journey, and I'm grateful for being alive. And I'm grateful that right now I feel huge amounts of love in my heart.